Just one second.
But I did
Good evening, everyone. It's 6 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. John, if you could call the roll, please.
Paul Peter. Here. Atkins. Here. Connett.
Here.
Crawford.
Here.
Darcy.
Here.
Goddard.
Here.
Graff. Paul.
Here.
Harris.
Here.
Howard. Hovey.
Here, and Mr. Chairman, also a point of privilege. Can we have people be reminded about their microphones, please?
I will give that reminder as soon as we're done with the roll calls.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Mr. Chairman.
Emick.
Here.
Josting.
Here.
Longfellow.
Here.
Mennel.
Here.
Minton.
Here.
Trail.
Here.
Rich Simpson. Roberts.
Here.
Scortino.
Here.
Sen.
Here.
Zimmerman.
Here.
Let me go back real quick. Graff. Howard. Rich Simpson. You have a quorum.
We have a quorum. We'll rise for the invocation and pledge. Heavenly Father, thank you for being such a gracious God to us, even in times when we don't deserve it. We see your faithfulness every day, and we're just thankful for the farmers and being able to get their crops in the field, and for the rain that you've given us. Thank you for the safety that you've given the farmers locally, and as we drive the roads and see them out in the fields and watching the plants pop up again. It's just a sign of your faithfulness. Thank you for this board, Father, as we gather tonight and debate these issues. I pray that we can do it in a way that honors you. Thank you for each and every one of these board members that are here this evening or wherever they may be. And I appreciate so much their input and their thoughtfulness. Thank you for our employees and what they contribute. And thank you for the citizens of the county that we represent. I pray that we can do this in a way that honors them and honors you. Thank you for our first responders and our health department as they work through this COVID pandemic. We just know that you're a gracious God to us and that you're sovereign and faithful. We lift all these things up in your name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Any communications from members of the public or county employees? Communications from elected or appointed county officials. Brandon.
Mr. Chairman, I'm excited to announce to this board that the Greater Peoria region has been awarded the Connected Communities Grant. This is a major step forward for the Broadband Committee and rural broadband in Tazewell County. This grant gives us $15,000 worth of consultation to discover best practices to achieve rural broadband. I'm very excited for this, and again, I appreciate the members of my committee, both elected county board members, yourself, Mr. Chairman, for creating the Broadband Committee, and also the Greater Peoria Economic Development Council, especially Christopher Setti and Casey Peterson. They're both a credit to the GPDC, and the GPDC is a wonderful regional partnership. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Brandon, thank you so much for your efforts on that committee.
Thank you.
Making progress. So, any other comments? Russ?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just two things quickly. One, an update. You guys, when you passed that merger thing, you were the first. But since then, Woodford County has unanimously passed it, and yesterday I was at the Peoria County Board, and their executive committee unanimously passed it. So the only hurdle left is the full Peoria County Board, and that's in early June. The other thing I wanted to say is it's really good to see you back in your right seats and all huddled together so closely. Finally, thank you.
Thanks, Russ. And the merger thing, huh? So,
Is that what I said?
the merger thing, yes. Any other communications? So, all right, moving on. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the April 28th county board meeting? Motion by Minton, second by Darcy. Any deletions, corrections, additions? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you. We have one in-place committee meeting tonight, in-place executive committee. Sue, if you could call the roll, please.
Chairman Zimmerman.
Here.
Harris.
Here.
Atkins.
Here.
Conant. Here. Darcy. Here. Graff. Emmett.
Here.
Josting. Here. Longfellow.
Here.
Mennel.
Here.
Frail. Here. Sin.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, can I get a motion to get E21-113? Motion by Emig, second by Atkins. Yeah, could you just give a little overview on this?
So this year, due to COVID personnel changes, plus a new software system in the mix of that, we are behind in our audit. So when we met with our auditors, we had a feeling we'd be behind. That first meeting, I think every person at the group was saying, I have concerns about being behind, with COVID, they listed all those same reasons. Everyone's been pushing to try to get it done, but we aren't finished. We think it'll be in June. But the problem with that is the Office of the State Fire Marshal requires that we certify that we have at least $200,000 that we're, in funds available. And we usually do that by just giving them the audit, and then Craig Peters writes a letter that signs off on that and says, yeah, I certify this is right. Well, this year we can't. But what can happen is if we don't do that, or if we can't certify this, then they will red tag our fuel station and they won't let us use it. So we've tried. Craig Fink and Craig Peters have worked very hard trying to get, our auditors worked with us trying to give them a letter saying, like, here, that we're solvent. I mean, we have millions of dollars in the bank, but they don't care. So what we are proposing is for this year, and we'll revisit it next year, we commit $20,000 of funds to a designated savings account, and that is just held to say if something happened and they find us and we needed to take care of corrective action, or if there was some kind of third-party liability, we'd be able to cover it. So this is one of the options that we have. So this will keep our fuel station going for the next year, and then I don't anticipate having any of these issues next year. So we should be right back on track with having our audit at a normal schedule time. So we will be able to revisit this and probably get rid of that savings account, but we'll bring it to all of you to figure out if that's what you'd like to do. So we just have to approve this. So we'll have the resolution that will go to the Office of the State Fire Marshal. Mary has already got an account basically established, so as soon as you approve it tomorrow, she tells them yes, and we can send that over, and that should take care of it, and our fuel station won't be red tagged.
Questions? Bill?
When you started explaining what the situation was, at first I was a little irritated about why is it we can't get the audit done timely, but as I heard more, I'm more irritated by why is it that our state government is such a problem for basically everyone in the state.
Right.
I'm glad there is a way to solve it, and I guess my irritation with state government requiring us to do something this ridiculous is great enough that I'm not going to complain with regards to the audit. So I'll support this, but it's ridiculous that we need to do this just because our state has ridiculous rules for ridiculous bureaucrats.
I agree with that. Any other comments or questions? Okay, all those in favor of this signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, that's it for executive committee. We are in recess.
Pass 3-0.
That brings us down to our consent agenda. Item 4 will automatically be pulled, just came out of committee. Anything else that anyone wants pulled? Mindy?
I asked for 9 and 17, please.
9 and 17, okay. Anything else? If not, can I get a motion for the remainder? Motion by Crawford, second by Mennel. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Can I get a motion for appointments A through C? Motion by Frail, second by Josting. Any comments or questions? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Aye.
Okay, back to our agenda. Item 9, can I get a motion for T2123? Motion by Mindy, motion by Darcy, second by Hubby, excuse me. Mindy, you pulled this?
I did, and I did ask Greg about it, and he did inform me. But my question was, or is, for both, and I don't know, but 9 and 17, they're the exact same issue, so he can address them. For all the other transportation bids, there was only one bid for each of those, but 9 and 17 had 2 bids, and both of which were with R.A. Cullinan and then Porter Brothers. And both times Porter Brothers was a lower bid, but we are putting forward to accept the bid from R.A. Cullinan. And I just was asking why that was the case. And he did explain it, but I think it'd be beneficial for everybody to maybe know.
Is this on the bonded authority?
Yeah, I mean, it does look kind of strange because Porter Brothers are from Rock Falls, Sterling area, and of course, Cullinan is from here, but we've run into this before. When a contractor bids, they have to have a certain amount of backing. I'm trying to state it in the simplest way to cover the amount of work they have. This is mandated by IDOT, and so even though they're the lower bid, they're not a qualified bidder because they don't meet the standards that are set out for them. And that's really the issue. It's not that they're not a good contractor, that they don't do good work, but they bid so much and they go way over, and some of the work isn't motor fuel tax, so it's not really bound by this issue. The local authorities, townships and such, they don't have to abide by that, so they can get by with going ahead with them. But because and I know that we'd like to have more bidders, and this doesn't encourage that, but there is so much work out there that, and we've always had an issue. It's even worse now because the people are busy and they don't. So there's even less competition. So I hope I explained that okay. But
are there any other questions?
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Okay. All right, all those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Aye.
Okay.
Crawford and who was on the phone?
I think on the phone was
Roberts?
just a delay. It was a yes.
Oh, okay.
Russ, you voted no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, item 17, same issue. Can I get a motion to get this on the floor? Motion by Minton, second by Darcy. Any other questions on this one? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Aye.
Okay, so noted. And then the item that just came out of committee tonight, E21-113, number 40. Can I get a motion? Motion by Longfellow, second by Atkins. Any other questions on this? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? I hope everyone had an opportunity to review the bills. The calendar is in our packet. Can I get a motion to approve the calendar? Motion by Minton, second by Hovey. Any changes? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, and then before you pack up your stuff, everyone, I had a letter at my station here tonight. This is from Member Minton, and so I would say this until the next meeting, but anyway. Dear David and board members, I wanted to send a formal letter expressing my deep regrets regarding my decision to leave my position as a Tazewell County board member effective June 23rd, 2021. I will be moving to Naples, Florida with my family at the end of the month. So please know that I have thoroughly enjoyed and appreciated my time serving on the board. I'm so proud to have worked with such incredible people while on the board, from elected officials, employees, and the constituents of Tazewell County. It has been an honor to have been included in such a wonderful group, and I will miss working with them. I have truly valued the opportunity to work with such a strong and dedicated team. Thank you for the opportunity to contribute to such an incredible organization. I wish the very best to you and the other board members going forward serving Tazewell County. Sincerely, Tony Midland. So, Tony, you will be missed. And I'm sure next December when you're out on the beach, you'll be missing us too.
I'll be watching from,
Okay, you watch online, okay? Russ?
If we're smart, our February meeting will be at Tony's.
And I read this tonight because it's effective June 23rd, and our next full board meeting is the 30th. We will accept this at the executive on the 23rd, approve it at full board, and then that starts the 60-day clock to find a replacement. So at our August meeting at the latest, we'll name a replacement. So Tony will be missed.
Thank you, and so I'll do the two before that, but I won't be here for the, final.
Okay, great,
Thank
great.
you.
You've been an awesome board member. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, I appreciate
So,
everybody's help. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? If not, we are adjourned. Thanks, everyone.